Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Halloween Target Vlog 2019 edition. We are in the midst of a dark and stormy night. Oh, you can see a little bit of it back there. By the way, it looks like I don't have a mouth. See, I have a mouth. This is some dramatic lighting. We're gonna go to Target. We're gonna see their Halloween stuff. I have not been there this year yet, and I'm very excited to go. And like I said, we have got a perfect atmosphere for this, because it's storming like a crazy beast outside. So join me as we go look at Halloween stuff at Target. My eyes look piercing in this lighting. Look at that. I actually was hoping that the lightning would strike and you'd get some really cool lighting on my face, but it hasn't happened yet. So let's just start the vlog, shall we? It's happening back there. That's pretty good. Anyways, all right, let's do this. I look like I got... Oh, there we go. All right, let's start it now. That's what I was waiting for. Here we go. Alright, so before we go over to the Halloween decorations, they do have a whole bunch of Halloween cards, and some of these have some pretty cool designs on them, but to be honest with you, you're probably better off going to the Dollar Tree where you can get 2 of these for $1. As usual, just like every year, the Hide and Eek Boutique is in the back of the store, and they got a lot of stuff to look over here. First up, I'm actually kind of a fan of these little skeleton boys that pop out of the ground. I sort of like the art style that's going on here. I kind of want to buy these. One of the things that I don't want to buy is this obnoxious DJ skeleton. They've got some cool tombstones, some of them light up like this one here, but a lot of them use neon bright colors, so I'm not totally into them. I guess I could just paint it a better color myself. On this shelf over here, they have a bunch of skulls, and these, I think, are pretty cool. I actually might want to get a couple of these. Some of them light up, and then some of them are kind of luxurious and velvety. So this is a pretty unique item. It's a stuffed snake toy, but I gotta be honest, I really like the plush bat in the cage even more. Look at this guy. We also got some pretty cool candle holders over here of a snake and a stylized black cat. Oh, and speaking of black cats, I really like this black cat candy bucket.
Oh boy, that is, not good.
These Halloween lanterns down here are pretty large, so they're kind of worth the price. I'm not really sure what they're doing here. We have a dinosaur, a sloth, and a unicorn in Halloween costumes. What? I like this bottle. It looks real nostalgic. It reminds me of the old Pink Panther cartoon. Now, if you were disgusted by the flossing ghost like I was, these are actually much better because they don't floss. We've got some Halloween signs, all of which are kind of stylized. I like these. I have never put a wreath on my door for Halloween, but if I was going to, I might actually pick one of these up. I think they're kind of unique looking. Ooh, speaking of great colors, I'm always a fan of these like fake books that are actually boxes. These have some pretty good color theory going on, and I like the artwork as well. These little guys have pretty much become a staple to Target every Halloween, and they're always pretty well designed. We've also got some children in Halloween costumes that just kind of look dead and depressing. Naturally, they have some supplies for people who throw Halloween parties, which, by the way, should be everyone.
I haven't been able to brush my teeth in years! Could someone please drop a breath mint in my tank? Pee-ew!
You know what? I think I'm sort of okay with this guy. There's always really cool wine bottle holders for Halloween, and it makes me wish that I was an alcoholic, because these are really neat. Oh, and speaking of a staple to Target's holiday selection, we've got some more little birds in costumes. I'm really tempted to start collecting these, but I just haven't done it yet. But they're really kind of cool. They're collectible. As a huge fan of Halloween, I've seen many candelabras, but this one is sort of unique because it has these neat little crystals dangling off the bottom of it. Here's the 3-pack of monster eyeballs. They're a little bit random, but kind of amazing. Oh my god, so this might be one of my favorite signs that they have at Target this year. It lights up very brightly, and it's just got great art, and it's got good color. I'm not totally sure what these things are. It's kind of like you buy it and you get like a whole scene for your yard, so they have a witch and they have ghosts. Maybe something I will buy when it's like 90% off. If you want a bunch of zombie feet and hands sticking out of your yard, they've got you covered at Target. Although I have to say, I really hate these skeleton hands that are like making stupid little rock and roll gestures with their... What even is this? This is trendy. Don't put trendy things in Halloween. Next up, we're taking a look at some of the hanging decor that's mostly made out of paper. I really like this lantern. Again, it's paper, but it's kind of a cool design. Target also has some things that you can hang on your wall. They kind of remind me a little bit of the classic Bystol decorations, but this is clearly not as good as Bystol. They have this really weird vintage computer, and when you press the button, a skeleton appears and it lights up. But one of the things that was most notable to me is it actually is, you see, when it lights up on the keyboard, it spells out help me. But if you look closely, it actually spells out help he.
Boy, they just don't make coffins the way they used to. At least I have a window now.
They have a bunch of characters that you can hang up as well.
Trick or treat.
So these little, like, stylized, vintage-looking stakes would be pretty neat in a front yard. But I have to say, I think maybe one of my favorite pieces from Target this year would be this collection of wooden houses and various other buildings. I think these are really neat, and I think if you collect all of them, you could probably make a cool little Halloween town. They even have a few accessories like tombstones and skeletons and a witch. I really like these light-up pumpkins, but one of the things I've noticed is that they usually are the things that go on sale every year, so I'm gonna wait to grab some of these. Oh, and speaking of pumpkins, they've got these cute little pumpkin decoration kits. The Halloween aisle at Target also has like a section dedicated to arts and crafts, so there's some cool things in here, including this little activity sticker book. I'm not personally interested in any of this stuff, but for like a little kid, there are some fun little Halloween projects going on in this aisle. They've even got mummy bowling and witch ring toss. Look at these. They had this pumpkin tombstone last year, but this year it looks way more plasticky and cheap. And of course, because it is Halloween time, obviously, you know, they have a whole bunch of costumes. I think Target has more costumes than previous years. I thought these things were kind of weird. They're like little helmets, but they light up on the inside. Obviously, I like the shark one the most. Speaking of lighting up, they have a skull that lights up along with a boo sign. And then they have a bunch of various light up cutesy characters along the wall here. Lots of animal skeletons. And even some coffee mugs, like Mickey Mouse as a vampire. They have this weird little coffee mug of an eyeball. Just kidding, it's actually Snoopy. And Darth Vader for some reason. And Buzz Lightyear, who has a cape photoshopped on him. So I actually do like these. They're little pumpkin plates, and you got one of Snoopy and then also Mickey Mouse. And speaking of Disney, when I was leaving, I noticed that they had a 50th anniversary for the Haunted Mansion section in the toy aisle, but it was pretty picked over, and a lot of this stuff is like Funko Pop art style, which I'm not a fan of, but it was really cool to see a 50th anniversary Haunted Mansion display. They got some little figurines of characters from the mansion. They've also got a very basic looking shirt. And they also have purses, but I'm a guy, so obviously I'm not interested in having a purse. I did buy some things, but I am obviously blurring them out right now because you gotta wait for my house tour to see what they are. Home Depot's pumpkins are a little pricey. But we're not too worried about Home Depot, because look at this lightning. Where we're going is the Steak and Shake. Right there, baby. How do I get out of here? Where am I going? Joshy loves him some Steak and Shake, baby. I really like when the water, like when it's raining, the water makes really cool little reflections in your car. Look at that, it looks like my car is being slimed. The seat is slimed. I'm gonna make love to this caramel apple shake. Look at that. Oh! Well, I think that's gonna do it. That's gonna wrap up our little Target Halloween vlog. Some pretty cool things. Not terribly impressed overall, but I don't know, I bought a few things. And it's been a wonderful rainy evening. I'm gonna go home now, and I'm gonna chow down on a grilled cheese sandwich and slurp up a caramel apple shake, and then probably regret it afterwards. But you know what? Life's full of regrets. Anyways, keep a watch right here, guys, because there's going to be a lot more Halloween-y videos coming up real soon. Kids, I'm vlogging and driving at the same time. Don't do this. I'm only doing it because no one's around. Anyways, bye!